as fuck in the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia. We both work full-time and also constantly running around to jiu-jitsu, baseball, basketball, and football activities for our boys. But we always make time for each other. We talk about life and our marriage, how to make it work by staying positive and remembering the life. Through their worst, health issues, family problems, money struggles, and whatever other shit life throws us. So stay up. 1, 2.
Hello.
Hey, fuckers. What's up?
What up? We're married AF.
Y'all know me.
The podcast.
Back in the house. Hey, I wanted to break a little news here. This is going to hurt a lot of people. I told you just a second ago, but Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan have officially announced their splittage.
Can anybody stay married? I mean, like, they were so cute. They were one of my favorites.
They obviously don't listen to the podcast.
Obviously.
I feel like we could have helped them. But yes, it is further proof that marriage is a 50-50 roll of the dice. What are you doing?
Huh? Nothing.
Well, you wanted to jump into talking about The Walking Dead? Pretty big episode.
Yeah. Oh, you just wanted to jump right into that. Usually you have something that you want to talk about.
I just wanted to talk about Channing and Jenna. I mean, I'm still processing it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, first Chris Pratt and Anna Faris, and now Channing Tatum and his wife. It's just...
They're such good dancers.
They are. Well, that's how they met. They met on one of those
Steppin' or something.
Step Up.
Yes, that's it.
Get your fucking dance movies right.
That is right. Is that the one with Julia Stiles?
No. Wait. No. God damn it. I just chastised you for not getting dance movies right. And
the only movie
There's
that
like
counts with her is The Prince and I. More proof that I'm gay.
Yeah, because he knows more about the movie The Prince and I way more than I do.
Great flick.
And the sequel?
No, because she's not in it.
Oh. So Step Up, there's like 6 of them. The first one is the one where Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan met, I guess. And Julia Stiles was in something else, but I can't remember.
No, she's been in a few, but in the one
I'm talking about the dance movie that she was in.
The dance movie she was in, she's trying to get into like Juilliard, but she wants to dance in the streets. She's a hip hop whitey.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I was impressed.
Maybe it was one of the Step Up movies. I don't know.
I'm a phenomenal dancer too. That's what I thought you were going to tell people when I asked you what would surprise people about me. It would be my moves.
Okay.
I always make the face though.
I mean, you just really have
bite the upper lip like Will Smith said.
You just have one
do.
move. I don't know if I would say you have the moves. You just kind of have the one move.
No, I've got a little bit of popping and locking that I do right after the Michael leg kick. I've got a 360 spin.
That's, yeah.
And it's a horrible moonwalk.
It's like an 8 count move is what I'm talking about.
That's better. That's more right. But it is a routine, as I like to say.
Well, that is straight cut from your fraternity days where you did a step routine to a Joey Lawrence song?
No.
Or did you just do that in high school?
No, me and Chad Weissmiller had where we...
And what Joey Lawrence song was it?
Nothing My Love Can't Fix.
Nothing my love can't fix for you, baby.
And we didn't have a dance. We just had signs for each thing. And we would do the dance with our hands. And especially before football games. And
it's too funny.
Robert Owen would get so pissed off and punch us.
Rightfully so.
Every time he saw us doing that song, he would punch us.
Good move, Robert Owen.
But another oldie but goodie by Joey Lawrence is that song, Outside My Window.
I love how you always have to have...
Rain is falling down.
Is it that? So it's not like Missy Elliott. I can't stand
that. No. Joey Lawrence is a much better artist.
Oh.
than Missy
I
Elliott.
see. Okay. Yeah, but you always have hand signals with whatever, like, Joey, you, like, even did, like, a little square with your hands, like, for a window.
Absolutely. I do
Because you
that
must have
for
had a
every
dance,
song.
a dance routine.
But no, we
The best
did
is
the
the Britney
step
Spears
show.
one that you did, though.
No, that one was good. But the step show was to real music. Marshall worked us out for like a month. Mm-hmm. The KA size were our mentors. I mean, we had to work our asses off.
What is that? A black fraternity?
It's a black fraternity.
Okay.
And they could kill it. And there's like a full blown. We would go to the rec center, and they would have us whole damn routine. We killed it. So technically, I am a dancer.
Okay.
And you have to be honest and tell the listeners that when people see me move, they say, damn, he moves so well for a big guy. Sorry. Nothing I can do about it.
I enjoy your moves.
It's my athleticism.
Except for your zero flexibility. I thoroughly enjoy your moves.
I have surprisingly intermittent flexibility. Like, if I had to go down into the half split James Brown, I could do that.
No, you could not.
100%. We'll post a picture after this on our Twitter. I may regret this.
I can't wait for this. You're going to be sore for a week.
But if you ask me to bend over and pick that up off the floor,
touch your toes,
I might be injured. So it has to be explosive.
Okay.
I'm a fast twitch muscle guy.
Fast twitch muscle. Gotcha. And, like Brian Callen.
Absolutely. Love Brian Callen.
Yeah, I know.
So you want to get into this Walking Dead?
Yes. Now we can get into the Walking Dead. This is a big one.
He's a crazy bastard. We all know that. Nigga killer, motherfucker, fucker. The Walking Dead. We all know that's a hit. I just need to know if Rick will lose his shit. Morgan's a crazy bastard. We all know that. Nigga killer, motherfucker with a baseball bat. Carl lost his life. I don't give a shit. I just want to know if Carol gonna let their old bug.
So, I know we keep mentioning, like, when's the season finale? Is it this week? Like, for like 2 weeks now, we've been like, oh no, it's next week's the season finale. So, we're fucking stupid. 2 more episodes in this season after last night. It just seems like it because usually it's like, I know it's in April usually that it ends for the season, and then Fear the Walking Dead starts up. And Fear the Walking Dead starts on April 15th. So, 2 more episodes. This episode last night was very, very good. I'm going to start with Jadis and Negan, since that's where they started in the episode. I continue to be more intrigued with Jadis, with shit that they're showing in each episode. Like now we see that she's clearly, like, got some other weird side because she lives in this immaculate, like, little tiny house storage container, like
within the trash heap.
Within the trash heap, it's like it's in a dump, but then it's this pristine, like, very minimalist. It was basically like a tiny house, kind of cute.
Very urban styling.
Yeah. And
IKEA.
Yeah, and then she like the whole helicopter thing, like, I feel like maybe
who does she know that has a helicopter?
I don't know. Like, because I feel like either maybe this helicopter, either there's a certain time on a certain day that it always flies over. Could be that she doesn't know them.
Could
and
be.
It's completely random people, maybe and she's just timed it out. Because she obviously knew when the helicopter was coming and she kept looking at her watch. But it also could be that she knows that maybe it was like they were saying on Talking Dead, like maybe it's some kind of like heapster outpost. Like there's other trash hills with people in them or something. Or just other groups of people that she's networked with or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, they kind of... Didn't they have the helicopter, like, very briefly in a previous episode?
Mhm.
Like, right after maybe she ground up all her people into chili?
I think somebody saw it in the woods somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I remember a scene where it flew overhead and everybody was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, it's funny. They had a helicopter in the in Fear the Walking Dead, too, like the last season. But, I mean, where did they get fuel for that thing? I mean, come on.
What's more important, though, is how did they miss the mark and not let the woman that plays her play Monster that Charlize Theron played?
Because Charlize Theron is a much, like, more prominent actress.
But they would have had to use next to no makeup.
Well, maybe this chick wasn't around when they were doing that movie. But yeah, I hear you.
She looks just like her to me,
she
except for the
been...
black eyes. That lady, the real monster, her eyes were black.
Oh, she dead now.
Oh, yeah. She was crazy.
They executed her ass. So, all right. Helicopter, I think she might know him. Negan, like, I wasn't surprised that she just gave him his shit and let him go. I don't think she's an evil person. Like, she doesn't really want to kill people. And he was getting to her. But
yeah, it was the lamest, though, escape trick I've ever seen. Was all of a sudden
he had a gun.
They
and a
lean
flare.
over to Negan. He's got a flare gun, a real gun, and her pictures spread perfectly, threatening her pictures.
He was tied to like some kind of cart, like rolly cart.
It was for mechanics that you use to get under a car.
There you
rolly.
go. There you go. But she obviously tied him with like shoestring or something not very tight. Yeah, and left her bag sitting right next to him, and she went around the corner, came back, and he's got gun, flare, all her shit laid out.
Still tied up.
Still tied up. And then she ends up letting him go anyways. But, I mean, I'm not surprised at all that. I mean, I knew that she wasn't going to kill Negan, and I was pretty certain he wasn't going to kill her because he was already so pissed about all her people getting slaughtered that he's trying to win her over as a future ally.
Well, he knows he's about to kill half of his people.
He's about to fuck shit up at the sanctuary.
Because they killed all of her people.
Yeah, I mean, and so with Negan, I don't know who the hell he picked up on the road. I mean, I
told you my guess is Dwight's woman. But I could be totally fucking wrong.
I don't remember her name, but that is a good guess because I was trying to rack my brain of like who would be just out wandering around looking like shit that took a shit, I think is what he said. Because when he said that, the first person that popped into my head was Gabriel. But Gabriel was back last that we saw him. He was back at that bullet making place all on death's door still. So I don't know how he would have gotten away again. But, yeah, I just can't think of anybody else. And I'm sure somebody...
It could be anybody from any level of relevance to the show. It could be
I know. You know who it could be? Well, no, but they already showed this preview for the season, or for the next episode. I was thinking Aaron.
Aaron?
Aaron. He's out there in the woods by Oceanside waiting for them to come be partners. But they show the preview from next episode where he's still out in the woods like all week and from not eating, looking like he's about to get killed by zombies. But who knows? So, all right, yeah, everybody at the sanctuary is better buckle the fuck up because I think he's gonna I don't know. Simon's fucked. Dwight, questionable.
Yeah, I think Simon's gonna catch the.
Oh, he should.
The real
Dwight
deal.
wasn't at the.
I know.
At the trash place, so I think that's where he might catch a break. And he, Negan might not even know that it was Simon and Dwight that were, when his car flipped over, were like, I guess he's dead. All right, we're leaving.
In Walking Dead time, Dwight was only gone for like 5 minutes. From the group, so
yeah.
You could absolutely have no idea.
Yeah, so there's no telling what kind of mental games and torture he's going to drag Simon through before killing him, but he's for sure going to kill him. All right, so Rick is now full-blown, cold-blooded villain style.
Yeah, that's the only good Rick.
Yeah.
For the show, is when he's like this.
That shocked the shit out of me.
What, that he lied?
Yeah.
Because he never lies.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
We were watching it. Yeah, last night when he told those guys, you can come back. It's not too late.
Man's word is the only thing left.
Make sure they untied him and Morgan, and then
one saved his ass
for sure,
and then he killed his ass.
That specific guy,
my boy.
Yeah, that guy saved his life. Then he was like, "I'm low on bullets. Go ahead." Chop you in the neck with a hatchet. I mean, I literally was like, "Oh!"
Yeah,
when he did that.
I remember a few episodes back where we said that if Rick and Morgan ever lost their shit together, everyone would die.
Yeah,
they killed every fucking.
And they
body.
killed everybody. I mean, that was some top notch.
Those two crazy bastards are a infallible team.
They give
infallible.
Invaluable?
Infallible, where they can't make a mistake.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I know Morgan really has tried to die, but can't just about.
He doesn't believe he can die. Everyone just turns.
I think he's just
lost his shit. He's got post-traumatic stress. If there is a real one, he has that shit.
No, I think that he could benefit from some kind of schizophrenic medication, but because it's a zombie apocalypse, there's no such thing. So it's he has full-on hallucinations and is so detached from reality most of the time that he's clearly got severe mental problems, but stemming from all of the trauma.
That's the kind of dude you need on your team, though, in this world.
Well, for sure. That's why I love him with the group, and him and Rick wreck and shop. I mean, the way that he was able to trap that one doucherton, Jared, that bad guy with the long hair, and just watch him get ripped to shreds was pretty gangster. That was a good way for that guy to bite the dust. But yeah, Rick surprised the shit out of me. That was for sure the opposite of what Carl would have wanted.
Well, my guess is it's also over since he read the letter.
Maybe.
That was the last glimpse. Well, until the next bump in the road, but he'll go back to being loving Rick. And, for a while, people are, outraged. It's ridiculous. He can't win, though, but he just needs to be crazy, Rick. He gets shit done. And, fuck that. He just needs to be smoking fools.
I think there's a fine line, for sure. I mean, no, I don't really blame him, though, for taking those guys out. I mean, for one, he's been burned before with randoms.
Yeah, but our group is now a group of bitches. You got Michonne over there being big peaceful. Maggie over there, I don't know. I need them to take the violence to the other people, not the other way around. They're getting the violence brought to them. They got to be aggressive.
I still think there's a medium somewhere. But what the fuck was I going to say? Yeah, opening the drawer and seeing the letter with Dad on it, got me all teary. And then sitting there looking at the sheriff's hat when Judith's playing made me all sad too. But yeah, I mean, I have to agree that I think now that he read that letter, that shit might calm down. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. He's got kind of a...
He's a little fucked up too.
Well, yeah.
Pretty badly.
Yeah.
He's almost Morgan, but not quite.
I mean, until last night's episode, I had forgot. I mean, I didn't forget. I knew that Michonne had a kid.
That's right. Yeah.
Because
I never think about that.
I know. I don't either until last night when she said something to Rick about you have to do this and this and this is what I did when it happened to me. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot you had a kid too. And hers was a Gunner's age, 4-year-old, 5-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like how right now they have some characters that are some of the biggest badasses, and they're not doing dick like Carol.
Carol
like
didn't say.
Michonne.
So yeah, that was
Carol now all she does is cry. Cries every show now. Carol's supposed to be the one that covers herself in feces and guts, saves them from Terminus, blows the whole shit up, kills everybody. And now
she
crying.
saved Henry.
She did save Henry. She stumbled upon him. That little bastard survived.
He, by the skin of his teeth. I mean, he should be dead by all accounts. And I'm thinking he looked very remorseful for getting his ass in that situation. And even when Morgan came up and was like, you know, I killed him for you.
He was trying to get like a high five from the kid for killing his brother's killer.
Right. But,
and he was like, I'm sorry.
Well, because I think that kid realized that that's not the answer necessarily. Just like they were trying to tell him, it's not going to make you feel better. So, that kid is wise beyond his years now. But
I guess. I'd like to hear how he got away, though, from all those shitty-ass saviors.
I don't think the savior... I think maybe our theory must have been wrong, that they didn't take him. He just went out after them.
Well,
The gate was open, and they took off, so they... I mean...
Yeah, they were a subpar group of saviors, collectively. They were a scatterbrain, ragtag group of shits.
Well, and half of them didn't even really want to be... I mean, they regretted being out because they so quickly were like, yes, Rick, fuck, take us back to the hilltop, please. Jesus, this sucks. And they weren't even like, I mean, you know, maybe it was just that one dicktard, Jared, that was like, oh, these guys are fucked. Let's kill them and move on.
Yeah, they killed him with a quickness. It's been coming, long time coming for that shitball.
He was just a bad person. But that was pretty much it. That
I'm sure next episode is going to be all about Negan's return to the Saviors. That's all that it'll be covered.
Well, no, the preview that was on The Talking Dead showed Aaron out in the woods by Oceanside.
God, man, his character. Fuck me, man.
I love Aaron.
He is the most boring fucking story.
I love Aaron.
Every episode he's in is just flat out boring as shit. He's just out walking around, very clean guy. I mean, I like him as a person, but he's just not the most, masculine fella.
Oh, I like him. He, I mean, he's had some good episodes, like when him and Daryl got stuck in that car with the wolves.
I don't remember. I don't pay attention to that guy's scenes, so he doesn't draw me in.
Oh.
He makes me sleepy.
That guy, the actor that plays him, is super funny. Ross Marquand. But he does, like, a bunch of different... He's really good at impressions. Like, every time he's on Talking Dead, Chris Hardwick will have him do impressions, and it's, like, spot on. Like, I forget which exact ones he does, which is pretty... I'm going to say it, Christopher Walken, but I feel like everybody does Christopher Walken. But whatever ones he does, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have, I think it's going to be probably less action the next episode because that's what they do. And
well,
especially
it's going to be teeing up the finale.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not going to be a
There's
whole
two left.
Yeah.
So next week's going to be a little bit of a snoozer, probably.
Yeah.
A lot of build up. And then
for the last 5 minutes of the season finale.
Yeah, and then it's going to leave a cliffhanger before the season finale, and then the season finale is going to be all action, is my prediction. But hopefully we find out where the hell that helicopter came from. Because that's intriguing.
Yeah, there's got to be something to that helicopter. Because, fuck, man. That
it didn't look
changer.
It didn't look like a military helicopter. It looked like a news helicopter or something, or like a private.
I thought it looked like an old military one.
Oh.
Like the old, the ones used in Vietnam.
Oh, it looked like it was just like red and white.
I thought it was green.
Wow.
One of us is really bad wrong.
One of us is way off.
And who knows? Probably me. But we will look into that and see.
Yeah, my phone is charging, or I would look.
Oh, damn. Well, I needed you to have your phone for one of my little current event things that I needed you to see.
All right.
And wanted to discuss.
Okay. Well, you keep talking about it, and I'll go grab it.
Okay, well, hurry. Because I want to see or hear from you your thoughts on Ben Affleck's humongously odd back piece.
His tattoo.
Hugh fucking mungus.
Where did I just hear somebody talking about that thing? Was it Theo Vaughn?
Yes, Theo Vaughn talked about it. But what's funny about it is he's had it 2 years, but 2 years ago someone asked him about it. Mm-hmm. And he said, oh, it's fake. It's for a movie.
No.
And then someone photoed him a week ago at the beach and it's still
Was
there.
that really a week ago, though? Or was
Yeah,
it?
no, they confirmed it. That's his... even J-Lo chimed in on it and was like, oh, God, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Boy, that poor guy's hit the shit can.
Yeah, so the picture I saw of it... Is that what you want? You wanted me to look it up?
I just wanted to see what you thought of that big fucker.
Yeah, no, I saw it
That is a way
already.
to make a statement.
It's kind of weird looking. Like, it doesn't fit him to me.
Not this late in your life.
No. And it looked like the picture I saw of it, it looked like almost like there was some kind of weird line going through it of like white or something, or like a gap.
I think it's the lava.
Huh?
Because it's a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah.
And I think it's red lava, and then its tail kind of wraps through the lava, but there's a big gap between it and its tail. But that's not what gets me. What gets me is he has that, it's almost so douchey. It wraps around his hip. And anything that wraps around like a hip area, that just seems like a more of a woman's tattoo.
Okay, so like what is like that big gap right there?
Sticking out. That's his tail.
Yeah, whatever. It's stupid. I don't understand the design of it.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing. I had to look at it for too long to figure out what the hell it was. I mean, like, looked like a gargoyle with like a scorpion tail or something at first.
it's just such a grand gesture. It screams midlife crisis just because of the timing of it.
It's just not that great of artwork to me. I don't know. Says the girl with the Alabama tattoo.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, he took he went down with the ship with Weinstein. He has taken an ass pounding.
He did?
Oh, yeah. I mean, him and Matt Damon, have been good buddies for years with Weinstein. Mm. So, obviously, they knew of his fuckery and, his bullshit. And they didn't really alert anybody about it. And then they both have said some pretty stupid things afterwards. Nothing concrete that puts them as animals, but today's society, it just fucked them. And they had to both apologize. Fakely
say something.
Put up a fake apology that they don't really mean. And Ben Affleck's one of those guys, you can just tell. He's a guy that likes to fuck.
Well, yeah,
that dude is borderline dirty dick.
Wasn't he banging the nanny?
Oh, yeah. With Jennifer Garner from 13 going on 30. Good God. I'm a teenage girl with my movies.
I mean, Jennifer Garner from many things.
But 13
going on 30 is what jumps out to you.
Yeah, not Alias or anything cool. It's 13 going on 30.
Honestly, though, that is a fantastic movie.
It is.
I love 13 going on 30. They do the Thriller dance.
She's got fucked up feet, though.
Like
which
Oprah?
excludes her from my list. I don't think she's like Oprah. I think she's got that condition where her pinky toe wraps up over her ring toe.
No, I thought you told me she had the same thing, like how Gunner, his you know how like his one of his second toes is kind of up on top of it. Looked like when he was first born, it looked like his little feet were all squished.
No, hers, it's similar, but hers are her pinkies, I believe, wrap up over her other one, like really bad.
That's what you were because you were telling me when I was like once Gunner started growing, because he still kind of has it on one of his feet.
Nothing like before.
Nothing like before. It's barely there, but I remember you mentioning Jennifer Garner having something similar, but it's her pinky toe, I guess.
Yeah, there's a name for it, but...
It's adorable and delicious on his feet.
But yeah, I mean, to throw away that with...
But she's still amazing.
And they're rumored to be
Ghosts
getting
of
back
Girlfriends
together.
Past. That's another one.
Yeah, she was all right in that. Wasn't terrible. But, I mean, she'll never top 13 going on 30.
No, that was amazing.
And that movie has the girl that John said you look like it.
Yeah, that's her. That's
She's
her
in 13
friend
going on 30, yeah.
that stabs
A
her in the
horrible
back.
friend.
Yes.
But I was also going to see if you had heard about the affluenza kid,
Fuck that kid.
got out of prison today
Fuck that kid.
after serving a whopping 2 years
Fuck
for
that kid.
killing
How many-
4
Yeah. No.
people drunk driving. That kid, I stand by it. The first time I ever saw him on the news, I put on Facebook, he had the most punchable face I've ever seen, and he still does.
Fuck that kid.
I can't believe there's a real defense that he didn't know right from wrong because of the affluent family that he comes from.
That is.
And that shit flew.
That's the biggest crock of shit. No, what flew is a bunch of money from his family into the judge's pocket, I bet. And that's what, I mean, there's no fucking way. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie.
know.
You grew up so rich and your parents, they didn't hug you enough and you were raised by nannies and
I don't know.
tennis coaches and I'm so sorry. You
His
must
mom
not
flew him to Mexico.
you must not know that getting in a car when you're drunk and driving and then killing people is wrong. There's no way you could have known.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that kid got. He was somebody's bitch.
It's
in prison.
infuriating. I hope he got his ass pounded in jail
Oh, I'm sure he did.
because he deserves it.
I'm sure he liked it with a big taste. He definitely
Yeah,
did.
that is infuriating. Infuriating.
Yeah, that drives me nuts. And he still looks just as punchable.
And wasn't he like 16 when he fucking
Yeah, I think he was 20. I think I saw it today when
Oh,
he
okay.
got out. He's 20 years old now.
now? So he was like 18 when he did
I
it.
mean, no, I think he was like 16 when he did it. It was like a 2-year ordeal,
Oh, and
and
then
then he did
yeah.
2 years.
Okay. Still.
But no, it's just a fucking mockery. And the last thing, I thought it was interesting. They put out the clear backpacks required at Parkland High School now, where the mass shooting was. They have to wear the clear backpacks, and Twitter and everything was blowing
It
up.
wasn't somebody that was attending that school.
No, but it's just this.
Wasn't it a former student?
Yeah. But it's just a safety measure, an additional safety measure in place.
Additional
to
safety
see
measure
through.
would be kids with bulletproof backpacks.
Well, I mean, you could do that. Those have been on the rise exponentially since then. Parents
Those
really
plates
buying
in
them.
the
Yeah.
back of them, yeah.
Yeah, and they tell you to you can turn them around and put them on your chest and wear them in
Yeah.
the front. But no, what's funny is those students, so many of them are crying out that their First Amendment right is being violated
Huh?
by having to wear that clear backpack, that
What
their
does
First Amendment right.
Yeah, but what does clear backpack have to do with freedom of speech?
Well, it's freedom of religion, it's freedom of the press, freedom of speech, all wrapped up into that, and they can't express theirself how they want with their backpacks, and their privacy is being invaded by having to show the contents of their backpack, which the irony in that is that they're claiming that their rights are being violated while trying to take the Second Amendment away, which was my whole argument before on how stupid it all was. Mm-hmm. Because you can't cry out of both sides
They
of your mouth.
don't. Right, but I mean, the sanctity of the Constitution is not really anything they give a shit about.
Well, they think they do. Of course they don't really, but they're being
Right.
told that they do.
It's just whatever. Yeah, I mean,
But you suck it the fuck up. Go to another school.
No, but
if you
I
don't
mean,
want
I'm
to wear
not-
the clear backpacks, get the fuck out. That's just a rule. My high school had fucking metal detectors at times. We had games where there was going to be gunfire every time Butler and Johnson played in basketball. There were going to be gunshots.
that's why Butler doesn't exist anymore. Probably.
Yeah, they definitely got rid of it. I mean, they consolidated schools.
I never went to a high school with metal detectors.
Oh, we didn't even have windows.
Jesus.
We had no windows.
No window.
No.
Like,
It was mainly underground. It was like a old bomb shelter
What
that
the
they
fuck?
built into a school.
was everybody sick all the time from like,
No, but when you'd come out of school, your eyes, you'd be blinded for a minute
singeing me?
from the
Jesus.
ultraviolet lights.
That just seems unhealthy
Oh, it probably
to
was.
lock children in a cellar.
But I think they've
all day.
converted it into a church, maybe, like the Rock church. But yeah, Butler's no longer gone. They swallowed it up into the new zones of the
Yeah.
schooling. But
Well, I mean, the clear backpack, I think, is, they're just trying to do something
yeah,
in
I mean,
response
they're
to this.
trying to do something. But if the kids also have to learn to follow the fucking rules. You can't cry about every rule you're given, or there's just going to be stalemates in everything.
Yeah.
You know, kids got to also learn that they are still kids until they're adults. Sure, they can stand their ground, but there's going to be repercussions of every. Like if you walk out, you protest. That's fine. That's your right. But you're going to have to deal with the fact that you might suffer. You might, get a
that
zero
should
on
be
a
a given,
test.
yeah.
You might get in-school suspension, whatever. You can't make everything where everyone thinks they have the right to gripe about every fucking thing in the world. Sometimes you just got to do what the fuck you're told to do. That's just life. We're
Well,
not
that is
preparing
life.
them for life if they don't realize that. That's what I tell our boys all the time.
Yeah.
When I tell them to.
And you also tell them nonsense.
Absolutely.
Gunner, don't make me make me do the thing that you wanted me to not do.
It is a dad tactic that
The most confusing threat I've ever heard in my life.
I can literally say absolutely nothing. But if I say it in the right tone,
I swear on my life, what I
He
said
will
is similar to what you said when we were trying to get him to eat tonight. And you're like, don't make me make you make me eat stuff that you want to eat.
and he immediately ate all of his food when I
Yeah,
said it.
and it's fucking horseshit because everything I say to him, he analyzes every single word. You say, don't make me take you for a ride or something, and then he's okay.
I know.
It's nonsense.
Yeah.
And it's infuriating.
It's all confidence.
Are you saying I'm not confident?
I don't know if he just buys it from my size or
Not fair.
or what, but you're by far the meaner of the two of us. And he buys it with me for some reason.
Yeah, and he laughs in my face.
Yeah. If he was smart, he would realize it's way more dangerous to do that with you than me. But,
Yeah.
one of the perks of being a dad, I guess, to boys.
I think it's
If it was
just...
a girl, I'm sure she'd laugh in my face.
No, it's be the same. It's the same. Especially at this age where everything is very mommy and kid centric, except not that you don't do a lot with Gunner, but it's a lot of one-on-one time with me and him. And he just doesn't buy it anymore.
Oh, he buys it from me.
He's not, he laughs right in my face when I get mad. And then the madder I get, the harder he laughs.
Well, that's why it's a two-person job. That's why it's a team.
Thank God. Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing but love for any single parent that does
I
this
just can't even
all
imagine,
by themselves.
There would be a lot more slam doors, and there would be
There would be physical violence.
there would be spanking by now because we've been able to avoid spanking Gunner
Never spanked him.
thus far. Yeah, no, he's never been touched.
I've scared the dog shit out of him. Never spanked him.
Yeah, psychological warfare is fine,
Yeah. Might damage him later. I don't know.
but we have never
we'll see.
physically harmed him.
No, I've scooped him up plenty, though.
Oh, I've
Strategically.
held him by the arms to make him look me right in the eyes, and then he ends up laughing in my face, and
Oh, yeah.
that's a 4-year-old for you.
Just the tip. Just the tip. Just the tip. Just for a second. Just to see how it feels. just to see how it feels. Yeah. Just the tip. Just the tip.
All right, well, you want me to jump into just the tip?
For
we
sure.
skipped it last time.
Please. If you have one, go ahead.
I got a quickie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I was watching and listening back to one of my old Joe Rogan favorite podcasts. You know, he's my podcast hero, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I love Joe Rogan. And he had an interesting rant on one of his about cutting toxic people out of your life.
Right.
And
I think I've heard him talk about that multiple times.
You probably have. He definitely rants about it. But I think that can also be tied in closely to a good marriage. I think there's some validity to the 5 people rule. You know, that you're the sum of the 5 people you're closest to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether that's friends or other couples that you hang out with or family members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good rule of thumb. You can kind of, you know, you become the people you surround yourself with, is in essence.
Mm-hmm.
And those people that, you know, never catch a break in their eyes, that are always
victims.
Oh, it never goes my fucking way.
Right.
Man, I get screwed. Just how toxic they are in your life when you're the I never catch the breaks guy. Those guys are fucking toxic. And they can be the same way to married couples.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you know, you want to surround yourself with people that highlight you and don't suck you down.
That raise you up and don't pull you down.
Yeah, and don't suck those people will suck the life from you. I get it you see me. I've literally been on Facebook before and read some of my friends that are those people. Mm-hmm. And seeing you see me get the life sucked out of me from reading their shit. Where you're like, good God.
What did they?
Yeah, it's fucking incredible. It's better you don't even need to see it or hear it.
No.
The shit's
You
toxic.
definitely don't need to open up your life to that kind of negative shit because
it's bad energy.
Well, yeah, and it for sure is toxic and it affects other
Bad
parts of
shit happens to everybody. Shit doesn't go your way to everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody's had the easy road. Both of us, we've all had ups, downs, goods, bads.
Right.
But you fucking pick your shit up and you get it together or you don't.
Right. I mean, it's...
But I don't want to hear how yours is so much harder because you never catch the fucking breaks. I can't deal with it anymore. I think it's just getting older. I can't fucking stand
I have no
it.
tolerance for that kind of shit. I mean, because there's so many other good examples of people that frankly have a right to be like negative about shit and, you know, because some terrible shit has happened to them. But it seems like those people that have had way more terrible shit happen to them than these other fucking crybabies are even more positive and have a better outlook and just more, I don't know, just better people at their core, obviously, than...
No, there's nothing worse than seeing somebody bitch and moan that has 100% of their faculties, their physical capabilities are all there, and they just sit down and fucking cry. But then you see a guy, you know, like Tim Tebow, just spends his life making people better. You know, or you see somebody, you know, with a disability out there kicking ass.
No, there's plenty of examples of
that. You see
that.
David Goggins, guy running 100 miles on broken legs.
Yeah.
You know, Navy SEALs, Marcus Luttrell, all those stories. But then you got
somebody that, like...
Billy Bob that thinks he doesn't get a job because nobody likes him. And the world's against him.
The world's against him because he doesn't have a job, but yet he doesn't try very hard to get his ass out and find one.
Or improve his situation, become more qualified, learn a skill, a trade, become good at something besides bitching and moaning. I mean, fuck, man. I'm all for a good redemption story.
Yes.
I love it. I'm all for second, third chances. But you got to take the chance instead of just sitting there and I can't take the bitching.
Put some effort in and not just expect everything to come to you without having to put any kind of work in or...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I just think it's a bad... I don't see anything wrong with removing that energy from your life if you can't...
Yeah.
If you can...
No, that can definitely spill over into your marriage. I mean, even if it's not somebody that is directly involved in your relationship, if that person is injecting themselves into your life too much, it can spill over into your marriage for sure and affect that relationship, because that kind of toxic negative energy will spread like the plague.
Oh yeah, that shit's contagious. You know, you start believing it. You know, maybe you start
buying into all their...
You start enabling it.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been that way with plenty of friends.
Oh my God, me too.
In my life, where I've enabled it out of, hoping to be kind, but it's the worst fucking thing. Sometimes you just
that's exactly what it is. All you're doing is enabling it, and that just exacerbates the situation.
Yeah, so that's my tip of the week.
Yeah, get rid of all the toxic people in your life. It will not only improve your own mental space, but your marriage as well, because you'll just have all that bullshit cut out. Yeah. And what was it? He was like, check the last 5 people you texted, and
see if they're making you feel good, or if they're stealing your light or building you up, something like that.
Be so easy for me because I don't text that many people.
I mean, all that shit's true, but I just think the shit's fucking dangerous, and I like the simplicity of considering that you're just, you can consider yourself the sum of the top 5 people you hang around with. That's a good equation.
It is. And
you can just kind of take an average. So if you're hanging out with a bunch of shitbags because you want to be the coolest of the group, then, you're just the ugliest pig.
You can polish a turd, but it's still a piece of shit.
Yeah, you sure can. So surround yourself with better people.
All right.
And we did have one fan question for you.
Okay.
Our friend question. This one is, and I don't know if I...
Hold your phone up, for Christ's sake.
If I'm okay with this, but I am, because it's funny. But
you're reading it on our podcast, so I'm sure
if you woke up... This is for Brooke. If you woke up with a dong... What would what 3 things would you do first?
Pee standing up.
I can't believe you didn't say do the helicopter. That's
next.
I would do that before I peed.
Babe, right when you wake up, first of all, I'd be like, holy crap, I gotta pee because I just woke up.
Hopefully you got a good stiffy just waking up.
God, it's so weird though. I don't want to think about myself.
Yeah. So pee,
helicopter,
then the helicopter.
But then
I think you should bulldog your nuts out the back.
Okay.
Just to see what it's like.
And do like the Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. What was it? Billy Bob? What was his name?
God.
Something Bob, wasn't it?
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. Close.
You were so close. Yeah, that's a weird, interesting question. Who is that from?
I didn't even write the name. But that's our only one for this week. So we're being it's a pretty low turnout this week. Well,
we just did a Friday night.
Yeah.
Q&A.
Have we announced how much Twitter has grown since we started with 3?
So we started our first episode. We had, I think, 7, and I was one of them. And now, let me see. It was like 93.
99.
Yeah, it's 99 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. So close to breaking 100.
People. Unlike our Instagram, our Twitter is actually legit people.
Full. Hey, our Instagram actually does have...
Some.
The spammers drop off.
Oh, okay.
That's why it doesn't. That's why it doesn't grow. Because like we got up to like 175, and we hover now right around like 160 on Instagram because a bunch of people will add, and then when they see we're not gonna follow that, like the spammers, when we're not following them, they drop off. But we've got a bunch of people like recently that if they're not spammers, and I mean, and they've got like 10, 20,000 followers, like we've got several of those. So I'm like, I'll follow you back. See if we can get some more followers from them. But yeah, we've got 99. Sweet ass sweet. And my personal Twitter still has 48. I am famous.
Wonderful. I did want to give a couple of shout outs to a couple of cool podcasts that I've stumbled upon. Independent podcasts, small right now because they're new, but they're awesome. I just found this one tonight and listened to it earlier. Big Conversations. It's freaking awesome. It's cool. A couple. Of course, our guys at Brand X podcast.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, the BSP podcast.
Those guys are cool.
Yeah, I love that one.
What's the other one? Dark Ink.
Hold your phone up and talk into the goddamn microphone.
Shit, I don't remember that one. Give them a shout out. They're also cool. The people that I can't think of their name. Well,
that's a worthless shout out.
Yeah.
Completely fucking worthless.
But check those other ones out. If you like our show, you'll like theirs. I can tell you that much. And, subscribe to these people. A lot of these people, this is their main thing, and they're pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. So. And, remember to like our Facebook, Married AF Podcast, Twitter at Married as Fuck, and Instagram is at Married AF Podcast. And that's about it, guys.
Yep. We'll be releasing new shirts again. I did get approval for another campaign.
How many were ordered with the first one?
I didn't even look at the total. I just saw that I could do another campaign. And so I'm kind of claiming that we're going to do the Who Queefed.
I'm not a fan of that one, but I know
everybody else
everybody else
people
is.
will buy it. We got enough for that. We got friends that'll buy that.
I know.
Motherfucker.
I mean, yeah.
It's not. It's strictly because it's funny.
It's funny as shit. I'm not wearing it though, just because we have, with Griffin can read. Obviously, he's 13.
I'll wear the shit out of it, and I don't get the big deal around that word.
It's just funny.
How come it gets such a bad rap? It's no worse than a regular fart. Everyone says fart, and it's not even obtrusive. It's not methane.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fucking bullshit. Sexist bullshit.
You just blew my eardrums out, sir.
Yeah, well, they need to get their shit together. People get all offended by that word. That's why I'll wear 10 of them. And it says Who Queefed, and it's got my
I'm triggered by the word queefed.
I know. Some people obviously are. They're fucking...
You're triggered by the clear backpack thing.
And people know they want to say that word. And they just can't.
No, it is a funny word.
It's a great word. So be on the lookout for those also.
All right.
All right, well, we'll holler at y'all, bitch asses.
Bye.